Hi LEGO fans! With Marvel Avengers Endgame currently rewriting the record books at the movie theatres, I thought this would be the perfect time to jump on the bandwagon with another Marvel Avengers LEGO set review. I just got done reviewing the most expensive of the Avengers Endgame sets, but as a few people pointed out in the comments, I chose wisely and that wasn't the best of the sets. So today, I'm going to be unboxing, speed building, and reviewing set number 76126, Avengers Ultimate Quinjet from LEGO Marvel Avengers. As you might have guessed from the name of the set, this is the ultimate version of something we've seen before. We first saw the Avengers Quinjet in set number 6869 Quinjet Aerial Battle in 2012. There was also the 30162 Quinjet Polybag that was given away for free with the Sun newspaper in the United Kingdom. There was another polybag in 2015 with set number 30304 the Avengers Quinjet. And the fifth and final set before this one was 76032 the Avengers Quinjet City Chase, also from 2015. Avengers Ultimate Quinjet is an 838p set, giving it the highest part count of any of the Avengers Endgame LEGO sets. The part count includes 6 minifigures. We have a pair of Chitauri, whatever they are, Rocket Raccoon, Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Thor. Over on the back of the box we get a closer look at what's inside and a sneak peek at some of the interactive functions. We've got a 6-stud rapid fire shooter and hopefully a good supply of spare studs. There's a funky looking trike and somewhere to store it in the back of the Quinjet. It's an interesting design, but it doesn't look very comfortable to ride. Comfortable or not, this does come predictably equipped with some more guns. It looks like we have space inside the cockpit for all of the Avengers minifigures, and it looks like we've got a smaller cockpit at the front for the pilot. And if I'm not mistaken, some more guns. But the really sad thing for me is Thor's hammer, which is clearly made out of part of Groot. And why is this guy looking so happy when he's being chased by an angry raccoon with a flashlight? And finally, am I just imagining this, or is Black Widow auditioning for a part in Star Wars? Certainly from the outside of the box, this does look like a very cool set. But there's only one way to find out, so let's open up this box and see what we've got inside. Here's everything that came inside the box. We've got 5 numbered bags of LEGO, a 158-page instruction booklet, and the dreaded sticker sheet. I'm going to go ahead and build Avengers Ultimate Quinjet, and today this is going to be a 90-second speed build. And here is the A61 Avengers Ultimate Quinjet. Build time was 1 hour and 15 minutes and the end result is pretty impressive. There's certainly not as much stuff to play with as the Avengers Compound Battle, but we do get a very cool looking spaceship. In particular, I love the minifigures with their matching costumes, and these guys really make me smile for some reason. They certainly do look like happy chappies. While the Avengers Compound Battle might have been all about play, in my mind this is definitely more of a display piece, or at least until LEGO releases a bigger and better version. We're going to start by taking a look around the Quinjet. We'll also take a look at the trike and how that stows away in the back. We'll do our very best to lose all of the studs, and then finish up with a look at the 6 minifigures. Cool, let's get to it! And so this is the rather impressive Quinjet. You may notice that I had to deploy the 6-stud shooter in order to get the trike in the back. I did try for some time to get them both stashed back there, but apparently that's not how it works. In case you were wondering, a Quinjet is a technologically advanced shield jet frequently used by the Avengers and strike teams for transportation. Quinjets possess unique flight capabilities thanks to their unique wings which contain turbine fans. To you and me, that's the orange bit in the middle. Early Quinjets were lightly armed, but this one's been beefed up a little. There's a roof-mounted 6-stud shooter and a couple of side-mounted single-stud shooters. We'll be demonstrating all of those weapons capabilities in just a moment. Avengers Ultimate Quinjet is aimed at builders aged 8+, and it is a very sturdy build. You'll notice there are plenty of plates on the bottom and some black strips for structural integrity. It's a good looking build, but you could also play with it without fear of it falling apart. Just don't swoosh it around and drop it. There is a small cockpit at the front, presumably for the pilot, and you can gain access by lifting up the orange canopy. Inside you'll find a seat for the pilot and a stickered control panel. There's also a passageway behind the pilot seat providing access to the rest of the Quinjet. There is space inside for a minifigure, but not for Stormbreaker. Sorry Thor. It definitely passes the minifigure test, but you'll have to leave your novelty oversized axe at home. It might also be a good idea for Thor to cut down on the hair gel. Hair gel or not, I think it's about time we fired these guns. Well, that wiped the smile off his face. Assuming you didn't lose the studs, reloading is really easy. The studs just snap into the front of each of these two chambers. And then you can go again. It looks like we've got some more guns at the front of the ship in the shape of these cone-shaped pieces. These are purely decorative and do not fire. I also find it interesting that the nose of the ship is on a slight pivot. This gives you a slightly better join between the cockpit and the front of the ship. Aside from the functional items, this is actually a really attractive build. I love this detailing here along the side, and it's great to have these metallic elements with a little trans-green detail. As you'd expect with any kind of aircraft, the Quinjet has movable wing surfaces. There's a small amount of movement at the front of the wing, and the surface towards the jet's body can also be angled up and down to create lift. The wingtips are also mounted on twin ball joints, which I guess gives the Quinjet superior handling capabilities. These remind me of the upturned wingtips you see on modern airliners. The Quinjet has a particular handling advantage with its VTOL system. VTOL stands for vertical takeoff and landing, and thrust is provided by the orange turbines you see beneath the wings. These do kind of spin around, but they're locked in place and don't really do much. Like many LEGO products, the decals on the Quinjet are stickered pieces. On the leading wings we have the Avengers logo, and an A61 sticker, which I presume is the version of this Quinjet. If you know what A61 means, feel free to say so in the comments. On top of the Quinjet there's another canopy that opens up to reveal more space for the crew. At the back there you can just see the trike, which is docked in the back of the Quinjet, and in the central section are a couple of seats. If my math is right, somebody's not going to be able to sit down. Also inside we have a couple of stickered computer screens. This one seems to be tracking the Infinity Gauntlet, and the screen on the other side next to the fire extinguisher is displaying something else. I'm not sure what this does, but it does have the Avengers logo on it, so it must be really cool. There are also various clips inside the Quinjet for storing weapons, book bags and coats. Towards the back of the Quinjet we get more thrust from these two large engines. I really love the detail here with those trans-orange shield-like elements. They kinda remind me of the Nexo Knights sets. In fact, the whole jet has a Nexo Knights look and feel about it. On top of the engine we have a little bit of stickered detail, and of course the fins carry the Avengers logo. I like the detail at the back of the engine, including the fluted edges on this Technic piece. It's also really nice to have a few teal elements in this set, and making me a very happy builder, we even have a teal brick separator. There are matching engines on either side of the Quinjet, and these can be angled up and down. There are also some really nice shiny metallic elements on the back, but I know that's not what you came here to see. Mounted at the back on an adjustable bracket is the 6-stud shooter. There's some nice detail with this pale grey shielding, but let's cut to the chase. The rapid fire 6-stud shooter is super easy to use and works like this. It is possible to stow the 6-stud shooter neatly away in the back of the Quinjet, but in order to do that we're going to have to get the trike out first. The cargo bay on the Quinjet is really quite roomy but doesn't have enough space for the trike and the gun. With the impressive weaponry stowed away, we can take a look at the very top of the Quinjet. In particular, I wanted to show you this very cool panel piece. The last time I saw one of those was on the Welcome to Apocalypseburg set. It's a very cool and rather large panel piece with a slot in the middle. Moving swiftly along, we have Hawkeye's tricycle for when a bow and arrow isn't enough firepower. This comes with a pair of super fun stud firing guns which do this. These are actually surprisingly powerful. Apart from the super fun stud firing guns, this is a really simple thing. The frame is made from 2 of these angled Technic pieces. There's a grey plate underneath for stability, and at the front we've got some handlebars and a trans blue windshield. At the back we've got a wide profile rear tyre and a trans red brake light. The seating position is to say the least awkward, and as minifigures can't look up, it's possible that Hawkeye isn't going to see his next birthday. The trike isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but at least the designers didn't cover it in Avengers stickers. Once you've done playing with it, it's easy enough to put it away, and who knows, you might just forget you ever had one. So that was the quintessential Quinjet and its many guns. Now let's move along and take a look at those minifigures. In total, this 838-piece set has 6 minifigures. We have a pair of extremely happy looking Chitauri and an Avengers reboot of the Partridge Family, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Thor, and Rocket Raccoon. These guys are all wearing pretty much the same outfit, so that's going to save us some time. The main difference is Rocket Raccoon, who's had to bring his own pants. Presumably they don't make Avengers pants with a 16-inch inside leg. They managed it for Ant-Man, but clearly Rocket isn't important enough. Rocket's legs are the short non-movable version and have no printing. The torso print is much more exciting, but we'll take a look at that on one of the other characters. I do want to focus in on Rocket's head, which I believe is new for this set. You'll notice the older Rocket on the right has different coloured shoulder pads. Rocket's head and shoulders is moulded from grey plastic and overprinted with white and black details, and there's also some gunmetal metallic grey there on the back of the shoulders and on these shoulder pads. The earlier version was exactly the same, just with brown printing on the shoulders. And to round it off, the tail, which is made out of squishy plastic, is the same we've seen before. Somewhat predictably, the wisecracking Rocket Raccoon is armed with a novelty oversized gun. This is simply constructed from 4 LEGO elements, including a lightsaber handle. And for a bonus fact, the genetically enhanced raccoon turned freelance criminal who calls himself Rocket is actually named Subject 89P13. So apart from a minor paint job and a snappy outfit, this is the same Rocket Raccoon we know and love. Thor comes with a more complete version of the Avengers jumpsuit, and the same facial expression we saw with the Infinity War minifigure. We even have the same freaky blue eyes on the back of the head. The Avengers jumpsuit is a great print. It's printed over a white torso with these black hands, and then we have the plain white legs just with the printing on the front. Really sharp printing with the tiny little metallic dots there, the little details on the end of the feet there for the boots, and you can see the overprinting is on the waistband of the pants as well, which is really nice. Lots of really nice sharp metallics in there. We've got the Avengers logo, and around the back some more detail with some protective armor there, or an exoskeleton in this nice metallic print. It just looks super sharp. Thor, as you might expect, is equipped with a very large and impressive weapon. This is Stormbreaker, Thor's enchanted axe. It was forged from the godly metal Uru on Nidavellir and was meant to become the strongest weapon in Asgard's history. But in this case it's thrown together from 5 pieces of Lego, including a chunk of Groot. Black Widow, also known as Natalia Alyanovna Romanov, is a bit of a tough cookie. I mean, she's wielding not 1 but 2 lightsabers, and she doesn't even need a handle. The costume, as far as I can tell, is identical to Thor's. LEGO seems to have used the same print for the female and the male figures, despite the slight differences in the proportions of the body. We do have 2 different facial expressions. On the front it's all serious, and around the back it's even more serious. I love that expression, it's awesome. I also really like the choice of the reddish brown hair, although this is a stock LEGO element. Finally, from the Partridge Family, we have Clinton Francis Barton, also known as Hawkeye. Hawkeye is a skilled marksman equipped with a bow and arrow, and a quiver with some spares. At the weekend, Hawkeye and Thor like to visit the same stylist to get their hair done and also select their outfits. Yes, we have the same hair mould in slightly different colours. The facial print is pretty cool, however. I like the kind of smirk he's got on the front, and if we take off the hair we do have a slightly more quizzical expression on the back. If you really like the Avengers wearing these jumpsuits, there are other characters you can collect. For example, here is Nebula and the tiny Ant-Man from the Avengers Compound Battle set. Among the other characters you'll find an Iron Man, a Captain America, and a full-size Ant-Man. Moving swiftly along, we have two of the very freaky looking Chitauri. If you can spot the difference between the two, mention it in the comments and I'll pin ya. Each of the Chitauri is armed with an inappropriately large weapon. Each of these is made from several elements, including a blaster which the Chitauri can grip, a few of these gold metallic pieces, and a trans-purple cone. Like me, you may be wondering what the Chitauri are. These guys are subservient to Thanos and most notable for being the first major threat to Earth that required the formation of the Avengers. The Chitauri comes with plain grey legs but has a really nice torso print. As you can see here, we've got some metallics on the front there. I'm not sure what this thing's actually made of, but yeah, very cool. I like the gold metallic detailing there, and there's a little bit of blue metallic detailing as well. Around the back we've got some more, I guess, like an exoskeleton. You can see some of the muscles of the Chitauri, and then we have this freaky facial expression with what looks like a laugh. That has to be a big bold laugh, and yeah, we've got some metallics around there. I like the kind of gemstone between the eyes, and around the back just a little bit more detailing there, again with the metallic gold colours. This is a super minifigure. So that was set number 76126, Avengers Ultimate Quinjet from the LEGO Marvel Avengers Endgame range. This is a good looking set, sure to appeal to Avengers fans. There are also some really nice features, including the 6-stud shooter. The trike was a little bit disappointing, but the minifigures were really cool, especially those freaky Chitauri. I love the facial expressions on those minifigures. This is also one of those must-buy sets if you want to collect all of the Avengers wearing those uniforms. Although to be fair, many of these don't have new expressions and you could kind of build your own. Although this is a handful of only a few sets featuring the Avengers Quinjet, there may also be some other LEGO sets featuring Quinjet style builds. For example, I found this set featuring Nick Fury's Quinjet. If I missed any others, feel free to shout them out in the comments section. I really hope you enjoyed this LEGO Marvel Avengers unboxing, speed build and review video. If you did, a thumbs up is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome LEGO content. Also be sure to check out the playlist at the end of the video. Thanks a million for watching, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next build video.